Welcome back to the second quarter of the Bobby Dupree Show, and my sidekick here, Andrew Guitros.
Good morning.
And we ended up wanting to show a little bit more pictures, a few more pictures, and of course the first one is a real special picture in the life of Bobby Dupree, who is the Santa for the Cerebral Palsy Clinic of Opelousas, St. Landry Parish, Acadiana for that matter. We accept, we meaning the clinic accepts
donations.
Well, not just donations, but patients.
Patients.
Throughout Acadiana. Lafayette occasionally sends them. Ville Platte sends them.
Sure.
Well, Eunice, of course, is part of the parish, but all around Acadiana. And they've had great results. So consider the services that the Cerebral Palsy provides here, and they provide it all for free. No charge to anybody.
And this is Santa Claus arriving at the television station for a donation presentation that was going on.
You can show that in a little bit bigger, there you go.
Yeah, and we've got, well, let me show in the corner of the picture here on the left is Freddie Herpin, of course, from the Daily World, who always gives us good coverage to help the Cerebral Palsy Clinic. Judge Daigle is right there on the left, the man bringing a check, and there's Bobby Dupree, Santa Claus. Miss Stacy Schultz, who's a little bit further back there, who is a board member at the Cerebral Palsy Clinic, but had a child who has gotten services there at the clinic for many, many years.
Correct.
And Charles Goin, the president
of the local Cerebral Palsy Clinic.
That's right.
And has
a child as well,
Jade. There. Jade. Good morning, Jade. How are you this morning?
And
here is the picture of the presentation of a check in the amount of 3 checks totaling $77,000. We want to thank the judge. It came from a class action suit that he oversaw during the period of the getting the money out to the recipients who had filed claims for I guess illnesses or something that had occurred to them. And this particular money that was actually, there were 3 different business
3 different companies
involved. And now, you're talking about the paying of the claims? Or?
Right. Well, what happened was, it was like a pharmaceutical company that overbilled people who were receiving stuff from charity organizations like our clinic. Now, our clinic wasn't actually in that lawsuit, but some of these different clinics that help communities.
We qualified because we give treatments.
Very, very similar, and when there was any money left over, they had to at least try to find similar businesses to help.
So one donation was made to a group out of Eunice, a rather large, they see a lot of patients. Opelousas General Hospital Foundation,
which is also a community
hospital. And then the Cerebral Palsy Clinic received it. And certainly we want to thank the judge for keeping us in mind. And of course, he attends the breakfast that Santa hosts every year. And you might want to put that down on your calendar. First Wednesday in December. This year, like every year, and it's always held at the Indian Hills Country Club. The Lee Young family has been very kind to us and have continued that particular feature.
December the 4th, put it on your calendar. And on the right in the photo, who we didn't show in the earlier photo, is Miss Lynn Morrow, who is the director over at the Cerebral Palsy Clinic, who keeps the whole thing running. Good person. Her husband is Jude, that runs 911 here in the parish, so a lot of people may know him. And KATC came out to KDCG to help us out.
Right, and they wanted a picture with Santa.
And they're from Opelousas. At least one of the girls was from Opelousas for sure.
The young lady on the left is from Opelousas.
So now let's kick back to me. I want to hit 2 sponsors before we show some more photos, because we don't want to miss that. Carl's Thrifty Way. If you're looking for all your medicinal needs, Carl's can help you with everything prescription, over the counter. They've got it. They can sit and talk with you, explain to you what to expect with your medicines. They can compound multiple prescriptions to make them easier to take. Don't forget about them also. You know, hunting season is coming up. They can do the custom fit earplugs for your ears that fit your your exact ear for your specifications, and maybe you got a swimmer in the family, maybe a competitive swimmer, you can get those same type of plugs to help out with the ears. And don't forget about them for gifts and home decorating ideas. That's Carl's Thrift Away and LHC Group, all your home health care needs. LHC Group can help you with the therapists, with the nurses, with the equipment, from the beds to the oxygen equipment to the special chairs. Whatever you need, LHC Group has that there. Locations throughout the entire United States, a health and wellness center here on Heather Drive in Annapolis, hospice care, palliative care. It's all about helping people.
Okay, you want to show a few more pictures?
Sure do. Let's see. We got these gentlemen.
Okay, and that is on the left is, let's see, Doug Lee. Doug Lee is, well, he was a commercial pilot. I'm not sure if he's still doing pilot work, but he's also associated in the oil field related company. So nice young man. First time I had got to meet him, and he's with Lyle Brignac, my loan officer at St. Landry Bank here in Opelousas, Louisiana. And this is the boathouse. We talked about the boathouse a couple of times. We showed one picture when we were just getting started. Mac Lejeune is framing it up, as you can see right here.
Man,
and
that's a big house for a boat.
That's right. Going to be a. Well, we'll show you what we're going to be putting inside of it. Hopefully, pretty soon. And we have in this particular building here, we're going to have a hot tub, and we'll get to the hot tub in a little while. But
that's Mac Lejeune himself,
right? And Mac went over to S&S Steel in Orneville, Louisiana. Spoke to one of the gentlemen that was taking the order, working with Mac and making sure that everything. Enough metal is ordered, because you try to get it in that one run so it's all the same color.
Right.
But you know how that works. But anyhow, I asked the young man, I said, is that tree in the middle of the road? I says, it's still there? And he says, no, but you're right. We had the same location, but when the new road was built, they had to take the tree down. And I had been there one time, and suddenly one night, maybe Monday night, Sunday night, I thought about that oak tree in the middle of the road.
I've been back there cutting sugar cane when we do our sugar cane stuff, all in that back little area.
Okay, and I had needed some keys, locks rekeyed, and called Wayne's locksmith in Natchez, Mississippi.
Right.
And this is actually, his name is Dwayne, the grandson of the founder of the company. Good service, nice young man. Thanks, Dwayne. And this is Carla over at the Spirit convenience store, number 64, the Shell station in Natchez, Mississippi. Well, I went to pick up my daily newspaper. That's where I pick up my newspaper. And I guess this is on the way back from Natchez, the Port of Avoyelles. And they are starting some work across onto the Atchafalaya River. And they have this nice facility right here. And I'm going to check the sign closer, but I think what did they call it? Canadaville.
Yeah, Canadaville.
I guess what they had, 50 homes, mobile homes.
A gentleman from Canada, a big businessman, had donated a bunch of money to help develop this little community for some of the relocated people from the hurricanes.
Right. And they all ended up going somewhere else, living into the community, and some of them back to New Orleans and elsewhere. And I understand that there's a sign, and I think it says the Port of Avoyelles. So they must have given them this land here is on some of that land that they had several hundred. Part of the
original deal was
several hundred acres of land was purchased when they built this little Canadaville settlement.
Very good.
And this is coming back. I remembered here. I've heard of the Immaculate Conception Church in Lebeau for a long time. Quite a few years ago, I loaned Renee and Raymond Simeon and their daughter Brandy, the motorhome, to attend the weekend festival that they hold every year to raise their money to kind of carry them over for another year. And a beautiful church. They have a nice large facility which would serve as a gathering center.
When I was a kid, the school was there as well.
There was a school, and it's named for Father Pierre Lebeau. And then there's the old school, picture of the old school, and maybe an old church at one time.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is.
Started in 1897.
Yes, sir. Old, well maintained. Father, whoever the priest is, certainly is taking good care of the people's property. God's property. And this is coming back a little bit closer to home, and this is Highway 71 here, and that's Welcome to North Wilderness. And of course, that's the development on the north side of 3 Mile Lake. Really, really nice. They have their own postal service in one location.
And you and I are talking about that. The post office is talking about pushing this in all neighborhoods now across the country, that instead of going to each house at your block, say they'll put one of these things, and then everybody will go get their mail right there. Save some time and some gas.
And money. And save the postal service maybe their business, because they lose in business because of the high price of the postage. And if it continues to go up, it'll just be more loss. And we still need a good postal service.
Sure.
And here's the entrance, which they've just
a new gate.
A new gate and new asphalt, brand new. It's all this just finished up, beautiful. Oh, it's really nice. And they have good restrictions and all to protect the homeowners' property values.
And you got some sundown.
Yep, I love those sunsets. Love those sunsets.
And here you're at Sycamore Point.
Sycamore Point, still building new homes. I'm telling you.
I tell you what, I'd like to have a nickel for every one of them bobcats that are out there. Those little things work, man.
They have really taken over the construction industry. The house on the left is just being built, and this is at Sabine Pool and Spa, and in Lafayette on. Main Street.
What you in there?
I'm looking for the hot tub.
Looks like a car seat. That's actually a hot tub seat?
That's a hot tub seat. Really beautiful. And the young lady there is Ann Kahanan. And she said, yes, my daddy is related to the Kahana family in Opelousas. Ann is the manager of that big store. I mean, it's a beautiful store. Besides hot tubs and swimming pools, they have swimming pools on display outside. They also have some beautiful furniture for your lawns and outdoor room that I'm building at 3 Mile Lake. I don't know if I'll go that much. It's kind of pricey, but you can see the difference in the quality. The quality is all there. And this is a young girl, Bailey Ross. Bailey is from Bakersfield, California.
Cool.
And of all the universities she could have chosen, from California to Lafayette, Louisiana, she chose UL of Lafayette. How about that?
Bakersfield, California, home of Merle Haggard and his Strangers. You know, all those Oklahoma guys that left during the Dust Bowl days and migrated to California and worked in the fields, that's where a bunch of them ended up, Bakersfield.
Boy, you have a memory.
Buck Owens from Bakersfield.
And look what she's studying. She's studying computer science and math.
Well,
good combination.
I can relate. Oh, yeah. I've done some of that myself over the years.
Didn't you? Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then if she wants to take a third, she...
I say accounting. Accounting or finance is good foundation, because that's what you use computers for, is to keep track of the deposits.
And she's a new employee there, and she's got a beautiful smile. And I told she or Ann asked her, how did I get started? So I gave them a little synopsis of how I got started with that $600 check I deposited at St. Landry Bank. And she pulled up a chair. She was very interested, she meaning Bailey. And she pulled up a chair, and that kid's going to do well because she's looking to do well. She's curious, a good word, and she is attentive.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. We're going to see y'all after halftime.